Hello guys.
Okay, hi guys. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fine. Um, Basically, thank you so much for joining our FB Live today. We are so happy to know all of you. Okay, and hi, and great. Actually, today we are going to share with you guys about, as you guys know, about our experience in Sunway TES. Okay, as a secondary students and what is SCCA. So I hope you guys stay positive just like this. Hit the comment likes as many as you can. And please comment. And if you guys have any questions or doubts that you want to know about ACCA, about Yayasan Peneraju, about Sunway TES,
Yeah.
do drop your questions on the live comments. We're going to address as many as we can. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Ifa binti Chebi. I'm a CCA student in Sunway TES, currently doing my SBR paper. And as you guys know, today I'm not alone. Okay, I have two of my friends today that will be joining us to share their experience in Sunway and also experience as being a Peneraju student. You can, okay, say hi to them. Hi.
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 Hi,
Hi
Arisha.
everyone.
Hi.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Ifa,
So
and thank you
yeah, you
all
can
for
introduce
watching.
yourself.
Yep. Thank you all for watching this live session. My name is Muhammad Hafiz bin Samsudin. I am also studying ACCA at Sunway TES. I am a scholar under Yayasan Peneraju Pendidikan Bumi Putra under the cohort PPAMA 6.2. I am currently taking my P level paper, which is my SBR paper, similar to IFA. And we can move on to the next scholar.
Izwan, you can introduce yourself.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Izwan. Thank you for, yeah, my name is Izwan. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Pahang. So I'm also one of the Yayasan scholars. I've been studying Sunway for 4 years. I did my CAT in 2017 and currently doing my last ACCA paper. Thank you again for joining our live session. We are doing this live session to share with you guys our experience as a Yayasan scholar in Sunway TES who study ACCA. So you guys might wonder what is ACCA is all about and what is Sunway TES is all about. So would you like to tell us more about Sunway TES, Hafiz?
All right, thank you, Izwan. Basically, I'll be briefing you all a little bit about Sunway Test, just for you guys to get a brief introduction about what Sunway Test is all about, and also just to give you all some insight about what to expect when you actually take up this program. So, Sunway Test is essentially a tuition provider of professional accountancy program such as CAT, ACCA, ICEW, CFAB, and many more. And what makes Sunway so great compared to other professional account institution provider is that Sunway has been able to achieve the platinum status for 17 consecutive years. And basically, if you guys don't know what platinum status is, it is basically a recognition given to tuition providers for achieving passing rate, above the global passing rate for most of their subjects. And to top it off, Sunway has been able to get this recognition for the past 17 years. It means that Sunway has been incredibly proactive in ensuring that we get the best results that we can. And this is all thanks to the lecturers as well, who's been very, extremely helpful and dedicated to ensuring that we get the best quality education that we can get. And to give you guys an idea, Sunway Test has actually produced around more than 200 World Prize winners and more than 600 Malaysian Prize winners. And this is actually really great. And in terms of employability of the graduates, which is a major concern for all of us here, especially now with the COVID-19 outbreak, because a lot of people are losing their jobs and everything. So in terms of employability, you guys don't have to worry too much because Sunway actually has a very strong strategic alliance with the big five accounting firms, basically EY, PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, and BDO. So if you guys have come to Sunway before, you guys would have noticed that there are several offices dedicated to these big five accounting firms. And basically, they will be that is the place where they will be having their interview sessions or engagement with students or Sunway tests in general. So all of this has contributed to the employability rate of Sunway graduates to a whopping 80 to 100%, which is really, really good. So now we shall be moving on to the FAQs. We shall be answering some of the frequently asked questions that you guys may have before moving forward to the Q&A sessions. Yep. So I shall move on to the first question, which is, how did you get to know about the scholarship? Well, for me, I got to know about Yayasan Peneraju Pendidikan Bumi Putra through the internet. And honestly, at that point in time, Yayasan Peneraju wasn't that popular yet, unlike now. So I would consider myself as being extremely lucky because I managed to find out about this. Because had I not found out about this, I wouldn't even be here right now. So what about you, Ifa?
Actually, I knew about this scholarship from my sister, and at the time, after I graduated my SPM, she was doing ACCA in Sunway TES, so she introduced me this scholarship, and I immediately applied, and after that, I got selected. So I'm also very grateful actually that I got selected for this scholarship. What about you, Iswan?
Izwan?
Izwan, how do you
Okay,
know
I'm
about this?
sorry. So for me, yeah. Okay, so for me, I get to know this scholarship from my senior. So there are a few of my senior who are currently graduate from Sunway. So I asked them about Peneraju. As Hafiz said, is last time Peneraju is not really that known. So actually, right now, Peneraju has their own Facebook account and as well as their Instagram account. So you guys who watch this live might want to follow them. So you guys will know more about any scholarship that is available. So that is how I know about this scholarship.
Okay,
Great.
if
Yeah.
you guys have nothing more to add, then I shall move on to the second question. Why did you choose to take up this scholarship? Well, basically for me, Yayasan Peneraju scholarship is actually really good compared to other scholarships out there. Well, first of all, this is a professional accounting program. So not many scholarships offer this kind of programs to the students essentially. And one thing great about Yayasan Peneraju Scholarship is that you are not too restricted by the bonds that they impose on you. Basically, all you have to do is after you graduate, you just have to work in a Malaysian company or companies in Malaysia for the first 3 years. So essentially, if you are required, if you have the intention to actually work overseas, it's not really a waste of time also for you to be working here because essentially you need that 3 years anyway in order to get your ACCA membership. Because once you graduate, you are not yet a member of ACCA. You are still an affiliate. So you need those 3 years of working experience in a relevant field in order for you to get a membership, essentially. What about Izwan? Izwan?
So for me, I really wanted to do accounting even before I finished my SPM. So right after SPM, I tried to look any scholarship um, that sponsor accounting students. So right after I looking, so I found out about Yayasan Peneraju. One thing I like about Peneraju is because they really care about our progress in completing this ACCA, right? If you got some problem, they will get back to you and try to help your problem. And also one thing is they give us a lot of good allowance and accommodation as well. That is why I chose to take up this scholarship.
All right. So
Yes.
we
Yes, I agree with both of them actually. Some with Yayasan Penaju actually they are very good in treating their students. They take care of them very well, especially in their studies. Yayasan Penaju they itself, like they will progress your studies, your PT, your mock, your final, and they will make sure that you are ready to sit for your final. And other than that, they also appoint a person in Sunway TES to actually monitor Peneraju students. So if you have like any problems or you fail your paper and you want consultations, actually they are the first one actually willing to help you and ask for you to come to them and consult with them about that. So I think you don't have to worry much. And Yayasan Peneraju are well known to provide good scholarships to those who want to take professional papers. So I think that's it for me.
All right. I really agree with both of them. So let's move on to the next question. Why did you choose to study in Sunway TES? Well, for me personally, initially, I actually got two choices. I either could study at Sunway TES or Intech. But ultimately, I chose to study at Sunway TES because, to be honest, Sunway is located nearer to where I live. So it's definitely more convenient for me, in terms of transportation, etc. So actually, I that turns out to be one of the best decisions I've ever made because I really like the environments in Sunway. It's we can make friends with a lot of people from different backgrounds, ethnicity, and races. So it's very eye opening you know to say like that, and it's very interesting for you to be able to get to know each other and things like that. What about Ifa?
Yeah, actually, I agree with Hafiz that he said that Sunway have produced a lot of prize winners. Okay, world prize winners, Malaysian prize winners. It's very amazing, guys. And I think all the success actually come from those who actually work very hard at the background, especially the lecturers. And for me personally, the lecturers in Sunway, you guys no need to talk about them. They know what they do. They are very, very excellent in educating the students. Okay, sometimes they provide knowledge and skills that is more than what you can require for the final. So you just need to follow them very closely if you want to pass the papers that you're taking. Other than that is I think the holistic study environment in Sunway, which is very good. Their facilities, their libraries facilities, very, very amazing. And then other than libraries, we have also places for study, especially during the study week. Okay, many students come to college and university to study, so you guys don't have to worry. There are a lot of chairs, desks where you can just sit and open your books and study. I think that's all from me. What about you, Izwan? Why you chose to study in Sunway?
So as you guys have said, I choose to study in Sunway because it is Sunway. Like there are Sunway Pyramid around here, Sunway Lagoon, and also Sunway Medical Center. All the necessities are around here, so it'd be easier. And I think that's the fun part of Sunway. Like you have a lot of things to enjoy. And one thing that is good about Sunway is, as Hafiz just said, that they have a lot of students from different backgrounds, like students from
It's okay. I think we can continue, right?
Okay.
Um, I think I will continue to the next questions. Okay, I think these questions will be very related to you guys. You guys may want to know more. Okay, how long you have studied CAT and when are you graduating? For your informations, all of us, I myself and my two friends actually we already graduated from CAT back then in 2018. Okay, Hafiz and I we graduated together, and Izwan is actually our senior. He graduated earlier than us. Okay, and actually CAT is you only take 1 year to complete in some way, and you need to take 9 papers, where 3 papers are optional papers where you can choose, depends on your interest. Okay, and I think overall doing my CAT in Sunway is very amazing. With help of the lecturers, and then my friends as well. They help me a lot, and I that's why I managed to pass my CAT. So, what about you, Hafiz?
Well, I think CAT is an equivalent qualification to diploma in accountancy, and typically diploma in accountancy will take around 2.5 years to complete. So essentially, if you take CAT, all of that will be compressed in that 1 year. So it's definitely going to be a little bit packed for you. You will have classes back to back, and you will be slightly busy in the first year of studying. But honestly, I think after that you will feel a bit. You'll get used to it,
Comfortable.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you want to anything?
If Izwan is not here, then we should move on
Should
to the next
proceed.
question. Yeah.
Okay. What is your experience studying in Sunway TES? Um, Honestly, personally, my experience studying Sunway TES is amazing. First of all, because of last year, we got 6 months free pass to Sunway Lagoons. It was amazing. Like you can go to Sunway Lagoon anytime, any day you want. Just spend your whole day there. It's amazing and it's crazy. You can't get this anywhere, only in Sunway. And other than that, I think the lecturers here actually they help me a lot to stay motivated throughout my studies. Of course, during the study process, I feel down or demotivated. Actually, every time when I talk to my lecturers, they give me the energy to focus on my study, to continue my study. I think they helped me a lot on that. Other than that is I think most of you guys may be concerned about this because you guys are some kind of students and most of you guys are Muslims and you may be concerned about what you consume. For your information, you have no need to worry anything because in Sunway College and Sunway University we have halal restaurants, okay, and the price also affordable, is student friendly. You guys no need to worry. If you want to eat ground food, you can go to Sunway Pyramid, invest your money on foods there. Just go with your friends, after class or during the weekends. And about food, you guys no need to worry much. I think, Izwan, do you need to add anything about your experience studying in Sunday TES? Izwan?
I'm sorry about my connection. I got a bit of a problem.
Yes.
I think let's just move to the next questions. And yes,
What, Hafiz, you want to add
Oh,
anything?
okay,
Your
okay, right.
experience?
Honestly, studying at Sunway TES is really nice. I
yeah,
mean, the campus is really
yeah,
nice.
guys. I'm sorry. I think I got a bit of a connection.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, it's okay.
We'll move on. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the facilities in Sunway is really really good. You have a library. You have a 3-story library, a really big library, and it opens until 2 a.m. for the topmost floor. And essentially, if you are the kind of person who likes to study late at night, you guys are night owls, then of course you can take advantage of this. And also, the library is also where you can find a lot of additional study materials, essentially like uh, PPP, Kaplan published books. But if you want to look for these books during exam seasons, I would say good luck to you because it is very difficult to find them. Most of the books would have been checked out already. Then you also have a gymnasium, a Sun U gym. Of course, you have to pay for this gym membership, but at a very discounted rate because we are students after all. And in fact, one of the lecturers goes to that gym. Her name is Puan Navila, also commonly called Madam V.
Maybe.
So yes, a lot of people actually call her the mother of Peneraju in Sunway. And she actually joked to us that if you guys don't have any friends to go to the gym, then she can actually be your gym buddy, which is something that I find really funny.
Wow. Okay, nice.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah, that's it from me.
okay, thank you. I think we can proceed to the next questions. The next question is, what do you study in CAT and ACCA? To be honest with you guys, studying in ACCA is not only about numbers, figures, computation of financial statements. Actually, it's more than that. Okay, when you compute your financial statement, you give to your stakeholders, your shareholders, you need to actually explain to them what actually why there is a differences with current year and past year. Other than that, ACCA tests you in every areas of accounting, including law, taxations, audits and assurance, performance management on how you manage your funds, how you make investment decision making, and then performance management as well, how you manage your business, and as well as financial reporting, how you prepare your financial statement. So actually many people have this mindset that if you are good in maths, you're good in at maths, you can do accounting very easy. Actually, it's not true. It doesn't work like that. Okay, you need to experience it yourself. And I just hope you guys actually well prepared, mentally well prepared before you go for your CAT. Okay, don't bring your confidence of being good in maths and at maths so that you can pass the paper easily. Don't take it easy. I think that's for me. What about you, Hafiz?
I totally agree with you about students having the misconceptions that accountancy is all about numbers, because essentially the higher you go, the less numbers you see. Because even in our P papers,
That's
60
true.
to 90% of the paper is about explanation, about writing, not much computations anymore. Which makes sense because once we get to the strategic level or the professional level, when we look at things, we will look at things from the perspective of senior managers basically the strategic level, the board of directors, basically people who run the company. So it doesn't make sense for us to be doing all these computations because all these computations will be done by the junior staff essentially. So,
Yeah, that's
to those of you who have this misconception about accounting being all about numbers, you guys may be a little bit, you guys will feel culturally shocked when you guys reach the P papers because, you don't have to, you were expecting number crunching papers, but in fact, it's actually not. All right.
yeah.
So we shall move on to the next question, which is, what do you want to do what do you want to be after graduating? Right. For me, I'm not limiting my choices to only audit firms. For me, I am actually quite open to other industries as well, like the banking industry or the oil and gas industry. But essentially, I think I'm still figuring it out myself also. I'm still exploring myself and to actually find out what I'm actually interested in and my passion. So I will do things based on that. Yeah. So what about you, Ifa?
I think I'm planning to work in Audi firm for 2 to 3 years, and after that, I think I will change. I think I will go to commercial industry. Maybe oil and gas, maybe educations, banking. Who knows? And other than that, if you want to know more, actually, if you take ACCA qualifications, you already have a professional certificate. You no need to worry about your employability, because in Sunway have very close relationship with big four companies. So if you are good students, actually they reserve you like an asset to them, to promote you and work with the big four. Sometimes they even offer you to work with them even when you are still studying. So right after you graduate, you can just continue work with them. And I think you don't have to really worry about employability when you study in Sunway. Um,
Yeah.
I
In
think
fact,
that's it.
hmm,
Yes.
in fact, few months ago, actually, Sunway TES is putting in a lot of effort. Few months ago, we actually had a career fair where we can actually meet potential employers. They will actually come to Sunway TES and give a bit of a talk, and just for us to get to know about them. And we can also submit our resume at that time. So it's a lot of opportunities for us to actually get job offers, essentially.
Yes.
Right. Okay. The next question is, how did you study for your exams? Okay, this is a very good question. Essentially, because ACA and CAT is a professional paper, it is 100% examination based qualification. So I would say the most important thing for you to do is to pay attention in class, pay attention to what your lecturer is teaching,
Yeah. That's right.
because if you have been paying attention when you want to do revision or you want to revisit the things that you have learned, it will be much easier for you because you already know what you are already familiar with the things. But if you haven't been paying attention in class, then it'll be slightly difficult for you because it'll be as if you are learning something new all over again, and it will definitely take a lot more time for you to study, and it will definitely reduce your efficiency. What about
Yes.
Ifa?
Actually, I agree with you. Like, when you do ACCA papers, you really need to focus in class, and it doesn't matter. Like how many questions you do. Actually, if you don't have a strong understanding on the chapters that you study or the papers that you study as a whole, actually impossible for you to pass the paper, honestly. Because for me, from my own experience, every paper that I take, I will make sure that I will understand the chapters that I study inside out, in details. So when the exam is just around the corner, I just focus on doing exercises so that I can test how, the level of my knowledge. Other than that, if you do a lot of questions, actually, it doesn't work much if you don't actually understand the chapter as a whole. So instead of jump straight to the questions, I think you need to take your time, put your effort to understand the chapter inside out before you do the questions. And studying consistently is very important, guys. Studying consistently is very important. And what about you, Izwan? Do you want to share your study tips with our friends today?
Oh no.
Okay, I think he's disconnected.
Okay.
It's okay, guys. We're gonna proceed to the next questions. The next question is CAT and ACCA hard? Okay, it's very subjective. Honestly, it depends on how you look at the paper and you look at the course as a whole. If you look at the course and you already set, your mindset is a hard paper, impossible for you to pass, just don't take it. You just waste your time if you take it because the negativity power actually will kill you throughout your study process. So for me, it depends on how you look at the course. If you think you can do it, you confident you can do CAT, ACCA, short course, and just go with it. I think that's it for me. What about you, Hafiz? What do you think?
Uh,
Is it hard?
yeah, for me, I mean, it is a professional qualification after all, so it is definitely harder than the average, degree qualification. But I mean, if you think about it, if ACCA is easy, then where is the value, right? So
Yes.
essentially, we just need to maintain a mindset that we don't focus too much about not really passing and everything. Just get rid of that negativity. Just have this mindset that the reason why you are learning today is for you to prepare yourself to be an accountant, to prepare yourself for the future, so that hopefully with this kind of mindset you won't be too overwhelmed with the stress and bulk of the ACCA qualification. So hopefully with
Yes.
all of this you will put your heart and soul into it, and I'm pretty sure with a lot of effort you guys will definitely go through these papers.
Yes. What about you, Izwan? Do you think ACCA hard? You're already in your last paper. What do you think? Izwan? Okay. Disconnected again, guys.
Okay.
It's
All right.
okay.
All right, I'll move on
Um,
to the last question. Right.
yes.
Okay, how do I know if I should do the CAT and ACCA course? I would say it really depends on you. If you already have a career plan to work in, as an accountant or work as something related to accountancy, then definitely go ahead. ACCA is definitely the one for you, or any professional accountancy qualification. Because to be frank with you, right, there are so many accountants out there already, degree holders. So, in order to make yourself more sought after by employers and be more desirable, you have to, have this kind of qualification to actually up your status. So essentially, if you have this qualification, a professional qualification, it will definitely enhance your resume, definitely enhance the knowledge base that you have, and this will actually make you more desirable by the potential employers. Mm. What about Ifa?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you actually. If you have these qualifications, okay, it enhance your employability. It enhance your value as an accountant itself. And other than that, if you plan to further your studies in accounting, you already made your decisions. Just go with it. Don't listen to what people say. Don't listen to people that say this paper is hard. Honestly, of course, there are challenges that you will face when throughout your study progress. It's just a learning curve, guys. It's just a learning curve. You can handle it. It's manageable. It's durable. You don't have to worry about it so much. Just go with it once you have made decisions to further your study in accounting. And for your information, actually, for CAT, you no need to have a principal accountant background. So it's fine if you're pure science students. I'm also a pure science student. When I entered CAT, I didn't have any accounting backgrounds. Okay, I just gamble everything. I just just study. No need to think. Like other of my friends, they already have accounting backgrounds. Of course, they have advantages than me, but actually it doesn't stop me to to work hard to achieve what I want in my studies and my life. And I think that's it for me.
Yeah,
And I think we can open Q&A first.
yeah, and just to add to Ifa's point just now, I really agree with her because having accounting background in the very beginning is beneficial, but essentially it really depends on your effort during the CAT level, because it's only an initial advantage for you to have accounting background in the beginning. If you don't have it, it's still okay, because a lot of my friends are actually from pure science classes, so they did not have any accounting background from the very beginning, and they still manage to do well, like Ifa. So it's definitely okay for you not to have accounting background. Just everyone will be at the same level eventually
Yes,
during CAT.
yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
Okay, let's move on to the Q&A sessions. We open the questions to the floor, so if you guys would like to ask questions, then we would answer. All right, so we have a question from Bani Hadri. Does anyone of you were from science stream studies before pursuing this CAT ACCA program? Yep, we just mentioned about this. Actually, I myself
Yeah,
am yeah, I myself am a pure science student, but I actually took accounting as an extra subject, so it wasn't really that. I mean, it doesn't really apply to me. But for Ifa, maybe you would like to explain more.
yeah. Actually, I was a science stream student, and actually, I was interested in accounting. I wanted to take account during SPM, but my teacher said no, I cannot do that because the account class already full. So I said it's okay. I still can pursue my ambitions to continue in accounting. So it's fine if you are in science stream. You don't have to really worry about debit credit. I think that's
Yeah,
the most thing that you guys worry. You guys don't have to worry about it. Debit credit, why debit, why credit.
yeah, yeah.
You don't need to worry about it actually, because when you do CAT and CCA, it's more than debit credit. Okay, it's not only debit credit. So just take. If you're interested in accounting, just do it. It doesn't matter if you are from science stream or you from accounting stream. It's fine. Just go with it. Is one, do you want to give anything? I think we can proceed to the next questions, right?
Okay. So
Okay.
Okay, I think it does not
Okay.
matter whether you study biology or accounting. If you really want to study accounting, you want to pursue ACCA, you can start from the basic. There's always a start. There's always a start. So you can always start.
Yeah, that's right.
all right.
Thank you, Iswan.
All right, we move on to the next question. Next question is by Muhammad Azli. What is the difference between finance and
All right, I think
accounting?
that's all.
I'm not so clear about it. Um, Actually, right, I would say that finance and accounting are basically two sides of the same coin. Essentially, they are related, but I would say accounting is more on how you actually record and also interpret financial information. So honestly, if you ask me, finance and accounting, they're pretty similar. What about you, Ifa? Maybe you have a different opinion?
I think accounting is more like what you learn during SPM. You record your transactions, and then your general ledger, and then you prepare your financial statements, and then you present to your shareholder. Actually, you're going to learn it in your financial reporting. Okay, it's one of the ACCA paper. Finance is more on how you manage your finance. This paper, actually their paper, yeah, is called financing management. Okay, if you are interested, you can do that paper. It's more how you manage your finance, how you can raise funds for your business. Okay, there are more, actually, not only loans, not only shares, actually more than that. Other than that is how you make investment decision making. If you want to expand your business, you need to appraise your project, then it comes under financial management. Yes.
Hmm. I would say that accounting is kind of like the language to finance and business in a way. So it actually helps you to understand what business and finance essentially means that you can actually make the connections and you can actually understand what's
Yeah.
actually happening. Yeah. So anything from you, Iswan?
I think finance and accounting is two different subjects. Like finance is more about how you manage your funds, how do you spend, and accounting is more like reporting on how much profit you make for this year, how much your share price, or that. So it's really is different and it's really fun for you to learn about it. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yes.
All right.
Let's proceed to the next question.
All right, a
For
question by Izati Aina. May I ask if during your weakest points, how do you guys manage to overcome those hurdles? I did some research regarding CAT, ACCA difficulty level, and some of them even didn't finish their papers because it were hard for them. I'm not a gifted student and I'm afraid it couldn't catch up with it. Do you guys have any tips or advice? Thank you for your time. Thank you for your question, Izati. Well, basically, for me, I do think that, there will be times where you just feel like giving up in CAT and ACA. I'm not going to lie about that. And I'm pretty sure all the other scholars and all the other candidates doing CAT and ACA can agree on that. But essentially, you just have to focus on the end result. You just have to focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. There is a great reward waiting for you. You just have to go through this initial, obstacles and pain. So you just have to just keep on pushing yourself. Don't be too worried about not passing or failing, because essentially we are all human beings, and it's definitely something that we should accept. And also, it is very important for us to actually keep check of our mental health as well, because this is actually something that Sunway is putting in a lot of. Sunway is very concerned about it. So there have been some issues about depression and anxiety relating to studies. So definitely keep yourself in check. There are also counselors around Sunway that you can consult if you feel like you feel very you feel like you're in a slump, or you feel very you feel like you're in a very
wow.
dark spot. Yep. So
Yes.
yeah, definitely just know that you are not alone in this battle. There are other friends as well doing the same
And
thing as
yeah,
you. Yes, and just do know that you guys have friends that will suffer together with you, and I guess in that sense you feel that you are not alone, and that essentially it makes things a little more not so heavy lah, in a way, because you know that you're not alone. So maybe you have
yes.
something else to say, Ifa?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Actually, of course, I myself, I experienced being down, being demotivated,
Yeah.
being lose confidence on myself. Sometimes I feel like I couldn't do that because when I see my friends that they pass F paper easily, but when doing P papers, it's very hard for them to pass. And sometimes I doubt myself, it's normal. And actually, I'm very grateful that I have very, very lovely friends that willing to help me, that I always share my experience with them, and they actually help me a lot. I think you need to find a good friends, then can consult you throughout your study. Yeah, I think that's all from me. What about you, is one?
So for me, I have a word from my lecturer. Do whatever it takes to get what you want. So if you really want to pass the paper, if you have to study for 12 hours or how many hours you have to study, you have to do it. It is really difficult, but with the right amount of effort, you can always pass. And just study, don't worry. You can always find a friends who can help you. So good luck. If you really want to do a ACCA, I wish you good luck. All the best.
Yeah, I think one more thing is we are Muslim, so I think strong spiritual, I think it's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. So next question. So a question by Noor Iman. Did you guys expect to be one of the successful applicants before this? Um, do you mean as in successful applicants to be part of Peneraju or
So
prize winners? Okay, I think in terms of prize winners, okay. Okay, personally for me, right, I did not expect to get any prize winners at all. Seriously, from the very beginning, I seriously did not expect that I could be getting prize winners. But essentially it's kind of like you know, if you work hard and then with a little bit of luck, then you will definitely, you know, pull through. And you know, if ada rezeki, right, you will definitely get you know, prize winner awards. So I'm not saying that luck does not play an important role. Luck does play a very important role, because luck can actually make the difference between getting a 49 and getting a 50, pass and failing, and also getting a prize or getting 1 mark below prize. So so essentially it really has some element of luck as well, but of course hard work will definitely pay out in the end. Yeah. So you want, what about Ifa?
I also personally I didn't expect that I could get the world prize winner, and because I think all that actually the award I'm going to share with all my friends that actually helped me. Without them, actually I couldn't do that alone, and also my lecturers. So basically, if you intend to do CAT ACCA, please set your mind and your heart. Don't aim for a prize, because if you work hard, it's possible for you to get it, but don't aim too high, because later you will get demotivated and dissatisfied because you work hard for it but you don't get it. Because ACCA, there are other candidates actually better than you. It's your luck and it's your rezeki if you get it. But if you don't get it, don't give up. As long as you pass the paper, it's more than enough. Actually, it's already good that you pass the paper. Yeah. What about you, Izwan?
for me, when I went to Sunway, I want to get a straight pass and one prize winner. So that is during 2017. So after 3 years, then only I managed to get one prize. So it
Oh,
Oh no.
it's good.
Oh no.
I know it's okay.
Okay lah.
I think we can move to the next question.
Yeah, proceed with the next question. Any tips on how to adapt to study accounting terms in English during your first year studying for ACCA? Okay, this is actually very applicable to me because I took Principal Accountant last time and everything was in BM. But when I took CAT, everything is in English. But let me just tell you one thing. It's only a short learning curve. You will only feel like it's a bit challenging for you in the very beginning. But honestly, after 1 month, I could all of
Adapt.
us could actually, yes, all of us could actually adapt to English terms already. So honestly, it's not really that much of a concern,
Yeah.
because essentially you already have the knowledge, so you just have to, you know, translate that knowledge into another language. Mm.
Yeah.
What about the others, Ifa?
I think yeah, like what you said, you just need to translate the from BM to English, or maybe you want to write better English, very excellent, bombastic language. Maybe you can read the textbook if you want, but as long as you have a good strong understanding about the accounting, about the concepts, you can write your own English. You don't need to do to use the UK English
Yes.
to answer your paper. Okay. Yeah. What about you, Izwan?
okay.
Izwan, do you think English important for you to do ACCA? and how to adapt to study.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit lagging.
Yeah, a little bit laggy. But just to add up to Ifa's point just now.
English. Is it important English? To do English for me to the ECCA? Is it?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
really.
So to be honest, before I went to Sunway, before I went to Sunway, before okay. So before I went to Sunway, actually my English is quite bad. Yeah, to be honest with you guys. So right after,
Oh no. Oh, okay. But essentially, right, English I would say is important, but then only to the extent that you can actually explain what you want to explain, and the readers and the markers can actually understand what you are explaining. But in terms of grammar, they're not too critical about it because the ACCA examining teams do understand that most of their exam candidates are actually from countries that do not speak English as a first language. So in terms of grammar, they are not really that critical. They won't really look at your grammar. As long as you can get your points across, get your explanations to them, they will award you with marks. Yeah.
Yes.
So next question. Just a random question. Are there any possibilities that we can involve in sports, core curricular, volunteering activities when we're studying this course, even though it is challenging? Well, the answer to that is definitely yes. If you can actually manage your time well, this really shouldn't be that much of a problem for you, because essentially it really depends on how you spend your time as well. If you
Yeah.
like to join all these activities, go ahead and join, but make sure you don't neglect your studies as well. So at the end of the day, the most important thing is time management and how you basically divide your time between um, co-curricular and curricular. Is
Yes.
there anything you'd like to add, Ifa?
I think you already highlighted all the important points. Just I think time management is very important. That's it.
Mm.
You can go and join sports, voluntary activities. Find a lot of clubs actually in Sunway. You can choose and join any club that you want. No problems. But you know your responsibilities as a student. Okay, you need to do your best to pass the paper. Okay, so yeah, it's fine. You can join. There's no problem. Actually, it's better for you.
Mhm.
Actually, one of way to release your stress from studies. So yeah,
And in fact, a lot of my friends are actually joining a lot of active clubs. They're even part of EXCO. So that is something that is extremely amazing. And they can still manage to pass their papers really, really well. Mm.
yes.
Any other question? All right, a question by Noor Akila Husna. How do you guys manage your time studying for your first year of CAT since it is packed with 9 papers for a year? Thank you. All right, thanks for your question. Basically, how I manage my time. Basically, I think don't keep things to the last minute, I would say, because keeping things to the last minute will be very bad for you. Because personally, for me, I cannot study last minute. If I study last minute, I will die. So, just make sure that you keep the momentum. After classes, make sure revise. I mean, you don't have to revise every day, but at least you do something to actually, uh, you know, at least you're actually doing something to progress forward, you see. So,
Yeah.
in terms of time management, for me, I didn't join any clubs when I was in CAT because of the very packed schedule, which is very normal. And I recommend that you guys do that too, unless you guys feel that you guys are very good with time management, then go ahead, join the other clubs. But essentially for me, I didn't join any clubs. So I mean, although it's packed, right, it's still manageable because for the first part of your CAT, your first half of your CAT, you're only taking 2 to 3 papers simultaneously. you're not taking all 5 simultaneously. It's just at the last part of your CAT where you'll be taking 4 papers simultaneously.
Yes.
But that also is quite manageable as long as you know, don't waste too much time, I guess you will be fine. What about Ifa?
Yeah, in addition to that, actually, CAT, most of the questions objective. Okay, you just need to do a lot of exercises, and in short while you can pass the paper. So you don't need to stress about that. Yeah, it's packed, but it's manageable. You just need to stay close with your lecturers. Any doubts that you have, go and clarify with them immediately, or you can go and ask from your friends. I think, yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, please
Is
ask
one
your
thing. Yeah, Hafiz, continue.
yeah, please ask your lecturers if you don't understand anything. Do know that the lecturers here are extremely helpful, extremely dedicated in order to help you. So don't worry about getting scolded if you ask them questions. They're not like that. They're actually super chill,
Yes.
super nice, and essentially they're there just to, you know, help you grow as students and as future accountants. Yeah. So Izwan, you want to say anything?
For me, the 9 papers is important for your foundation. So you should focus for that 9 papers first, and then right after the next level, it'll be more easier for you to pass. It's okay. It's really difficult to manage, but then it'll be easier for you for the future. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to let you guys know, actually, you need to get an average 65. If you are Peneraju students, okay, you need to get average 65 for you to proceed with F papers.
Mhm.
So you need to do well as well during CAT. Don't play too much. You can,
Yes.
but don't too much. Yes.
Yeah,
I
CAT
think,
is not honeymoon period, essentially.
yeah.
All right,
I
next
think,
question.
any questions?
How many students are there in a class? Is it easy to focus in the class environment? Actually, in CAT level, not many students in one class. Basically, the classes are usually more smaller classes lah, basically. So it's actually much easier. This is actually on purpose because the lecturers can actually monitor your progress much easier and actually help you with things in case your progress is not very well. They will actually step in and help you, which is very good because during our time, our batch we had around 74 people, right? And our batch is actually separated into 2 groups. So
Yeah.
one group will have around 30 something people. Mm. So
Yeah.
that actually really helps us to focus in classes because, and also the lecturers can actually, you know, help us out much
Monitor.
easier.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Other than that, actually, I experienced, when I was taking AFM, the class was very, very packed. 200 up to 300 students in one class is very packed. And actually, Sunway TES, they took initiative to split us when we do our exercises, our tutorial. They split us into 2 groups so the number of students becomes smaller so that the lecturers can communicate and monitor the student better. So you no need to really worry about big class, with a lot of students. You're afraid your lecturers cannot focus on you. Actually, they will take initiative to make sure that the lecturers can monitor you very closely. Yes.
All right. So since we are running out of time, we'll be accepting one last question. Alright, a question by Arif. Kalau depan Peneraju tu nanti college dorm dekat Sunway Uni ke?
Uh,
Um,
okay.
uh, for our batch kan, for our batch, the accommodations are basically split. The girls will go to the SUR, Sunway University Residence, which is quite nearby Sunway Uni. It's just a walking distance, like 1 or 2 minutes, right, Ifa? Right, and for
Yes.
the guys, they actually placed the guys at Indah Villa,
Little bit
which is not
far.
really that far.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's only a little bit far, but
very
it's not
far.
that far. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a 5 minute walking distance. So don't worry too much about accommodations because they will definitely place you somewhere that is, still
Safe.
within walking distance, basically. Mm.
Yeah. Actually, it also depends on your batch because my batch they were sent to Indah Villa, but the batch after my batch actually they stay at SUR, senior residence, or the Goonview, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
So it depends on what batch you are from.
Yes.
That one you need to clarify with the Yayasan Peneraju more
Mm.
about what accommodation that you will get. Yes. I
So
think, yeah, I think that's all. We already finished answer all your questions. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We are very happy to share our experience as ACCA students, Yayasan Peneraju students, and Sunway TES students itself. I just hope you guys, when you start classes, just do your best, in your CAT and ACCA. And I hope we can see face to face, in campus. Who knows if you see both of us, three of us, okay, in campus. Don't forget to say hi. And I think that's all from us. Thank you so much once again for joining us. We
oh
really
yeah,
appreciate.
and I'm pretty sure some of you are actually having some, you guys are maybe contemplating whether or not to take on this course. So I hope you guys can actually make the decision, and we hope that by having this sharing session, you guys can actually make a more informed decision. And essentially, it's something to do with your future. So make sure you think carefully and have faith in yourself. And whatever decisions you choose, um, don't regret it. Just go with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go with it. And thank you once again. And stay at home. Be safe, everyone. Thank you so much from me, Ifa binti KPE, and Hafiz.
Hafiz bin Samsudin,
Yeah, and our
and
friends is one.
yeah,
Thank you so much, guys.
thank you so much. Bye.